ladies, gentlemen, and whoever or whatever you identify as, welcome back to the Shed of Dread and welcome to another video. Let's go Doctor Who again. Because there's lots of interesting and amazing things that have been written at the moment that's making Doctor Who. Interesting. In any case, it's an article, goggles on, not read it before, just put the title in, ready to go. Let's see how this one goes. Right then, Doctor Who's next era can truly be LGBTQ plus friendly. This will be fun. Doctor Who's about to enter a new era, introducing a new Doctor and his companion. And, well, we're not sure, but they seem to think she's going to be a companion. But I shall continue, because we're not sure, are we? Let's be honest. But let's just go with the article and see what they say. And this was written by Emily Clute, and it was on Screen Rant. I know it's Screen Rant, but, you know, they put ideas out there, don't they? For me to discuss and for us to listen to and make our own decisions informed based on the information that I'm given. And that's what I do. Any case, the next era of Doctor Who finally has a chance to make the series truly LGBTQ plus friendly. First premiered in 1963, Doctor Who's evolved through many different eras as the Doctor has gone through each regeneration, bringing along a diverse crew of companions on their adventures, got some give me eye, through time and space. The Doctor's recent companion, however, could be a massive step forward in the terms of LGBTQ plus representation in Doctor Who and media as a whole. So is that how you see it then? I mean, the fact that the lady who's doing Rose, it's not confirmed that he's or she's going to be the companion. A lot of people are just saying it's going to be a one-off, but as I said in a previous video, you want to see her journey, so potentially, possibly, but we're not sure. It's not been confirmed, so we'll take it as she's in the 60th and that's it. We'll wait and see. But I shall continue with the article. The next era of Doctor Who is bringing along a lot of changes. Showrunner Russell T Davies has returned to the show after leaving in 2010. The 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, will be taking leave of the series, yay, and the 14th Doctor, played by Ncuti Gatwa, will be Doctor Who's first Black Doctor. Here we go again. It doesn't matter the colour of his skin. Why make it matter? Why, as I said before in a previous video, make it an issue? It's the next Doctor. Who cares about the colour of his skin? As long as he was hired because he was the best actor and not because of the colour of his skin. Any case, the 14th Doctor companion, 18-year-old named Rose, again, no, not confirmed. Only apparently appearing in the 60th. I think she may possibly be because of what was being said. But at the moment, she's there in the 60th. That's it. Nothing more. But I shall continue. Is an explicitly trans character portrayed by trans actress Heartstopper's Yasmin Finney. On top of that, David Tennant is set to return after his career-making stint as the 10th Doctor. Right, okay, so yes, David Tennant is coming back with Catherine Tate for the 60th. We all know this, and there are plenty of leaked images, which I am going to compile and put on as a video later on because of the interest there is. But you see, again, explicitly trans character. How do you know? No, I'm being serious. You're presuming that. But we'll wait and see, I guess. The introduction of a trans character. We're not sure if it is playing as a trans character, are we? But in any case, especially one portrayed by a trans actress, sets Doctor Who up to make a major step in the world of LGBTQ representation at a time when companies like Disney are receiving backlash for their lack of the LGBTQ representation. I disagree. In fact, Disney are going, it's going to be all LGBTQ plus content. And that's what the backlash is, and that's why Disney's stock is dropping like a stone. Because people don't want that. Doctor Who is a unique chance to do something important. Specifically, casting a trans actress to play the role is yet another milestone in the realm of the LGBTQ plus representation. The trans community has openly criticised Hollywood for erasing their experience by repeatedly casting cisgender actors to portray trans characters. That's because if you just put someone named trans actor, it wouldn't sell. And no offence, but you're not exactly the hugest majority factor in anywhere. You're a tiny little weeny minority. Excluding the trans character from the industry while profiteering off their stories. What a sack of shit. Genuinely, as is what is expected from these idiots, that's a sack of shit. It's not off your thing at all. What a load of shit. By including Rose and Finney into the world of mainstream Doctor Who, the series is poised to set a precedent for the LGBTQ friendly media. No, it's not. If that's what you think it is, and if that is the way it's going to go, you're never going to recover anyone. I've said it many, many times. I hope I'm wrong, but although these articles that I do, where I'm reading them out, it's their words, not mine. I'm playing devil's advocate, putting this information out there for people to go yay or nay. I couldn't give a monkey's either way. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to go down this line, and this is what people are thinking it's going to be like, you're not going to save Doctor Who. It's that simple. You're just not. A lot of presumptions, but that's the way it goes. There are innumerable benefits when it comes to LGBTQ plus representation in the media. While they're on the uptick now, LGBTQ characters are still a rarity in mainstream media. That's because you want representation. You are a very small part of society. So there shouldn't be masses of you in a thing. But of course, we live in the world where representation actually means over-representation of anyone except for one group, which are now being cast aside. And I'll draw your attention to Christopher Eccleston saying, as a white straight male, he can't get any work anymore. See how it works? But in any case, LGBTQ characters portrayed by actors who are actually in the LGBTQ community are even rarer. Well, yes, but there are Neil Patrick Harris, for starting, How I Met Your Mother. He's a gay guy playing a straight man. But I guess that doesn't count. Yeah? The visibility of LGBTQ plus characters not only combats negative stereotypes, no it doesn't actually help in any way, shape or form, and provides opportunities for education, but allows those in the community to feel seen. Because that's all that matters, isn't it? Not a good show, not a good film. As long as somebody can be seen, that's all that matters. But of course, you will probably not be watching it because of all this inclusion and diversity which we've had with Jodie Whittaker succeeded in making the show down on its knees, because all of this pandering and we're going to go to show people that they're seen means no one's watching it, because you're pandering to an non-existent audience at all. I shall continue. But allows those who have seen, instead of seeing yet another queer character ending up the victim of a queer-coded villain or bury your gays trope, Doctor Who is given a trans character a chance to be a hero. Right? No, it's not really, is it? Because for one, you don't even know if she's playing a trans character or not. You're making a presumption, but of course, people like you do that. On top of educating those outside the LGBTQ plus community, these portrayals help guide audiences into expanding their contribution of their own identity in a way they may never have received otherwise. Oh, right, so what you're now saying is you see it as a LGBTQ plus propaganda show. Because that's worked so far, hasn't it? Doctor Who has had LGBTQ plus characters in the past. Yep. But they've either typically existed on the fringes of the series spin-offs or never received the development they deserve. Because there is nothing there. It's part of... This is how you tell stories. Yeah? While the relationship between the 13th Doctor and the companion Yaz was a solid step in the right direction, there was no relationship. It was shoehorned in there. Nothing happened. It was a pile of shit. This fucking bullshit does my head in. This was done to pander to you lot, because that's what you wanted. This gay relationship was very important to the Doctor. So let me guess, how many people watched it again on the night? 2.2 million. No one really was watching it. Even with your shoehorn bullshit in. Any case, shall continue. Whittaker's exit from the series almost guarantees the end of their relationship. Well, the non-existent relationship, but yeah, because she's going as well. Hopefully, never to be seen again. Worst companion ever. Captain Jack Harkness, John Barrowman, was portrayed as an openly LGBTQ character. He was gay. Why do we need all the alphabet? But his sexuality was ultimately the butt of frequent jokes throughout the series. No, it wasn't. At all. You can take it like that, but it wasn't. At all. Not one bit. Prove that to me, please. Prove to me that what he was and how he acted was the butt of jokes. Or in reality, just friendly banter amongst people who know each other. So if you want to say stuff like that, I would like the receipts, please. If you wouldn't mind, that would be lovely. His most substantial relationship with Ianto Jones, Gareth David Jones, was left to be explored only in Torchwood's spin-off and frequent subsequent audio dramas. And Ianto's untimely death left the relationship undeveloped. But it was covered. But now you're saying that wasn't good enough. So it was covered in Torchwood, which was a spin-off series, which is a series in its own right, which was Doctor Who inspired, and it was covered in there. But that's not good enough. That sounds familiar, you know, like actors and actresses getting roles, but they're not gay enough. Ruby Rose in Batwoman was, even though she was a lesbian, was accused of not being gay enough for the role. So in other words, as is with everything in this world, absolute bullshit. Because you can never please these people because they just want more. The audio series Doctor Who Redacted does feature LGBTQ heavy cast led by trans characters played by trans actresses, but now trans representation will be coming from the main cast of Doctor Who, and the long series will be much better for it. It fucking won't. Bill Potts, brilliant companion. Annoyingly, continually mentioned every opportunity she got that she was a lesbian when there was no need for it. Oh, and as for your Doctor Who Redacted, I see the listing figures aren't exactly awe-inspiring. Why? Because no one wants to listen to it. And I covered this in a video when I was talking about the Doctor Who Redacted, and they shouldn't have gone, look, it's all about trans people, because people just won't listen. And people aren't listening. So there you go. So, due to old Emily, Doctor Who's going to be better because it's going to be full of LGBTQ plus representation and trans rights. And it's going to make the show so much better to watch in her eyes. Even though I could pretty much guarantee that Emily won't be watching. In fact, I can pretty much guarantee that most of the people who are banging on about this won't be watching. Because we've had all this with the Jodie Whittaker era, time and time again, and all it's done is you've just watched the viewing figures drop like a stone, because people don't want it. We want to sit down and be taken to a strange place or into a realm of fantasy and be entertained for half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it takes, to take us out of the shit world that we live in right now, and be just giving us a little bit of breathing space for it before we have to go back into the shit world that we live in to deal with it. What we don't want is to go into a TV show and be reminded, in fact, nay, berated for how shit the world is, so we can then not be entertained and be even more depressed about the shit world that we live in. Articles like this are full of shit. But these are the articles that I'll read because I want people to understand that this is what some people are genuinely thinking. And when people are genuinely thinking like this, then this is when you can see why people have worries and issues. This lady Emily clearly sees that Doctor Who is now going to be just an LGBTQ plus show, which is going to make all us normies who refuse to accept them, or who are not buying into it, and just want to get on with our lives without being annoyed by these things and harassed and just being told how useless and shit we are. Because, and that, so it's got to be that. And if it is going to be just about that, and it is just going to be, and it's going to degrade into that, then I'm sorry, Doctor Who's dead. You're never going to recover the figures, because as is always the case, when you bend the knee to certain groups because they're screaming for it on Twitter, they don't watch it. They're not interested. They just want to see how far they can push their bullshit and how far you're prepared to take the knee to please them, and then they ultimately never watch. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. That simple. But hey, what the hell would I know? Just a fat bloke sitting in a shed surrounded by his toys. You let me know what you think down there in the comment section. You know I might now. Comment section, no right comment, no wrong comment, just comments, just people shooting the breeze. And as long as we stick within the letter of the law, that's absolutely fine. And as you will see, I will endeavour to do my best to join in, answer, thank you, whatever. Because obviously without you and your interactions, this would be nothing. Just me sitting here looking at the camera in my shed, which must have been quite a nice shed. New poster, by the way. I don't know whether you can see, it's a Star Wars poster. So feel free. Now if you enjoyed what you've seen, just hit the thumbs up button, give it a like and a share, because it helps the channel. The more likes I get, the more people might notice, and that'll be great. And if you enjoyed it and you want to see some even more, you could even hit the subscribe button. That would be nice. I mean, you don't have to. I'm not forcing you to do anything, but you can. And right next to that's a bell. Hit that and it's supposed to give you a notification. As I've said before in a couple of other videos, the truth of the matter is, some people have been unsubscribed from my channel, and some people have quite a lot of people have had the notification bell turned off for no apparent reason. So check them if you are. And with that, and as always, until the next one, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the subscriptions, the likes, the shares, the whatevers. All the things that you've done have been absolutely fantastic, and it really does. It means a lot to me. So thank you. So until the next one.